This might be the best Monday night football game I've ever watched, guys. Chiefs and Jaguars go to war. Let's talk sports. How y'all doing? Guys, NFL Week 5 is wrapping up, and I ain't gonna lie, this week has been kind of insane. You know, all the top dogs of the NFL have went down, and the Chiefs, everybody's saying the Chiefs are back. Patrick Mahomes is back. He's slinging the goddamn rock. They're back to their old selves. And, you know, this is a statement fucking win today, guys. 28-31. The Jaguars pull off one of the greatest upsets I've ever seen. Trevor Lawrence fucking carried this team on his back. Something Patrick Mahomes hasn't been able to do in quite a while. I mean, holy shit. I just want to say this, guys. The Jaguars are a contender. These guys are going to go to the playoffs. This team right here is something special. And this team right here you should probably watch out for. Travis Hunter played amazing today. Defensively and offensively, these playmakers were making goddamn plays. You saw Brown catching balls when it mattered in the fourth quarter. Trevor Lawrence in the fourth quarter, the final drive, he has to make a touchdown or this game is over. And this motherfucker slings that goddamn rock. And this shit was beautiful. I can't even lie. Might be one of the best football games I've watched in a long time. I mean, the Chiefs, they looked dominant. They looked like they were going to go crazy. You know, Trevor Lawrence threw an interception. Patrick Mahomes threw an interception. You know, their yards are kind of the similar too. I mean, Lord mighty, guys, this was an explosive game to watch. I mean, holy shit. This is a statement win right here. I mean, you just took down one of the, AFC dogs, one of the AFC champions. You know, you took down one of the biggest teams in the NFL. And this kind of proves something that Liam Cohen, this young-ass NFL coach, is going to be in praise for a long time. This team looks ready. This team looks like a contender. And I'm kind of shocked of how well these guys played today. When it really mattered most, holy shit, you had Travis Hunter that was making unbelievable catches. I mean, some of the longest passes in his career, and he caught them motherfuckers. You know, he is going up against Travis Kelce on the defensive side of the ball, and he's matching his speed. He's defending that goddamn ball. It is beautiful to see. And you just have this running game. This run game was on fire today. And then, if the run game wasn't going, if there was nobody to pass to, Trevor Lawrence was fucking running. He was scrambling his ass off for 10 yards here, 10 yards, 5 yards here, a 10-yard touchdown run. I mean, Lord mighty, guys. What I saw today was honestly kind of beautiful. I mean, to see the Chiefs fall once again, 2-3. These guys are going to go 4-1. This is a contender team right here. And honestly, I really have been saving my Jaguar praise for a little bit now. I've kept them off my power rankings because I need to see the Jaguars go up against a real football team. And this is a real football team to go up against. I mean, the defense was relentless from the Chiefs. Both of these teams were playing hard as hell. Patrick Mahomes looked like he was going to, any second now, just throw the biggest chunk play you could fucking see. And he was throwing chunk plays. He was getting touchdowns. I mean, this game was explosive. At one moment, this game was tied up. And then, the Jaguars, they get a field goal, making it 24. And then you're thinking, all right, the Chiefs are not going to, do anything. Maybe the Chiefs are going to fuck up. No, the Chiefs have one of the best drives I've seen in a long time. It was methodical. It was slow. It was taking so much time off the clock that it took over. I mean, it was like a minute. They only had a minute and 40 seconds left. You know how much pressure that's got to be in the fourth quarter when you only have a minute and 2 timeouts? I mean, Lord mighty, everything was put on Trevor Lawrence today. And you know what he did? Trevor Lawrence came out there and he put the game on his back. And that's what I love about quarterbacks who can put the game on their back when moments matter like this. Patrick Mahomes put the game on his back today. I mean, look at him. I mean, this man was scrambling like crazy. You know, if there was no open receivers, he would rain his ass off. You know, I saw a tackle where I thought he was going to get sacked. Patrick Mahomes, I thought he was going to get sacked easily. And he fights off the defender, fights off another defender, and just runs for like 10 fucking yards. And it's like, god damn. You know, both of these teams are playing their heart outs. This honestly might be one of the best Monday Night Football games I've seen. And guys, I've watched so far a lot of these Monday Night Football games. But none of them had this impact. None of them had me, you know, freaking the fuck out, you know, because I love seeing the Chiefs lose. And when you get an opportunity like this to take the Chiefs down, this team is now 2-3. And now everything is so wide open now. The Chiefs do not look as dominant anymore. The Jaguars look fucking fantastic. And there's so many now teams where you can sneak in a playoff spot. Guys, I'm kind of loving this NFL season. You know, I remember last season, there was like 3 or 4 teams that you could just count on that were so dominant, that were undefeated, or only lost like 1 or 2 games. That's not like this in this season. Everything is fucking wide open for the NFL right now in Week 5. Ending Week 5 off like this, anything could happen now as the season goes on. And that's what you love to see. I don't want to see a repeat of the Eagles going crazy this year. I don't want to see a repeat of the Chiefs doing what they did last year. It was boring to watch. Let's just be goddamn real. Like, now the playoffs are going to be more exciting than I ever thought in this whole season. I mean, holy shit. 28-31. I think both of these offenses today are going to get like an 8 out of 10. You know, I loved how the offense played today. But I want to give the Jags a 9 out of 10 for their offense, you know, certainly. Because, you know, I think when you can, you know, put your team on your back and you can, you know, Trevor Lawrence, he tripped. Guys, he tripped on a 1-yard rush. He tripped on his foot, fell down, he got back up, and he ran to the end zone, and he even broke a tackle off to get the touchdown. Have you ever seen a more exciting 1-yard touchdown run than that? I mean, that shit was electric. That shit was amazing. I mean, look, say what you want about the Jaguars for so many years. I mean, I'll be real, the Jaguars have sucked so much ass that, you know, I kind of forgot the Jaguars were even a football team at most parts. You know, I used to have the Jaguars just, you know, in the same view as the Carolina Panthers or some shit like that. But no, guys, this is one of the best teams in the NFL. And that is crazy to say, putting the Jaguars as one of those teams up there. But this team is a contender. This team can go to the playoffs. This team can make something happen. They got a young coach. They have some star talent like Travis Hunter. And Travis Hunter looked fucking insane. And when you got a guy who looks insane as a wide receiver and looks insane as a corner, I mean, holy shit, that is a great combination. And all your players are young. All your players have so much fight in them. I mean, Lord mighty, that run game looked explosive too. Look, say what you want about the Jaguars last year. This is a totally different football team now. This team looks fantastic. The way they kicked the Chiefs' ass today to finally end the game off, it was beautiful to see. And they left so much time off the clock. Patrick Mahomes only had like 40 seconds. And I think, too, I love how the new kickoff rule, the new dynamic kickoff, really shows the difference between good special teams and bad special teams. And today, we saw the Chiefs special teams be really bad. Penalties from the special teams today from the Chiefs were fucking god-awful. They destroyed this team's chances of even coming back or even tying up the game. And then your kicker kicks out of bounds. And when the ball goes out of bounds, that's 40 yards now. The ball gets placed on the 40 now. You know? Now it's a mistake, guys. Now the kickers are need to be held accountable now in the NFL. When you kick the ball out of bounds, when you lazily kick that shit, it bites back. And that's how it should be. It makes these games so much more competitive. I mean, Lord mighty, once I saw that out of bounds kick, I said, oh, here we go. Trevor Lawrence can actually get a touchdown. You know, that's how game swinging now the kickoff is. And that's how it, really should be. So many years of watching the NFL, it's always such a boring thing to watch special teams. And, it was so many years where, NFL players weren't even returning the ball anymore. Now, it is so much better now. And that's why, this is one of the best NFL rule changes, because things like this can happen. And they can put so much more emotion in the games. Guys, defensive-wise, too, for the Chiefs, I will give it 8 out of 10. Because I think this defense was relentless. I think this defense was aggressive. But I also think the Jaguars are going to get an 8 out of 10, too, because they played at their asses off. They kept this game close. They kept this game tied up. And I'm fully on the Jaguars bandwagon now. I wasn't before. I was a little skeptical. I was like, look, Jaguars, I know they've been making some good moves in the offseason. I know they got Travis Hunter. I know we got Trevor Lawrence. But I just need to see this team in one of these big situations and see how they can handle themselves. And when you can handle yourself in such a big momentum stage like this in the fourth quarter, I think that shows excellence. That shows that your team is more composed. Your team is more ready to win these football games. Lord mighty, guys. Shout out to the Jaguars. They played an amazing game, guys. This is one of the best Monday Night Football games I've ever watched. 28-31. It is lovely seeing the Chiefs fall to grace. And honestly, I hope the Chiefs continue to fall to grace. I hope they lose more games. The more games they lose, the less chances I'll see these bitches in the playoffs. I mean, please, keep fucking these Chiefs up. I mean, Lord mighty, I'm tired of this stupid-ass dominant team, and they look as bad as ever. I mean, look, the only good players in that team, in my opinion, is Xavier Worthy and Patrick Mahomes. Travis Kelce sometimes looks good and sometimes can catch the ball, but he's not like Travis Kelce anymore. I mean, when you only have a couple of players that are good and the rest of your players are not that good, and, hey, I just want to say this, Chris Jones is getting old. This guy's getting old. This defensive player is getting old. All right? Let's be real. This team is getting old as hell. I mean, Lord mighty. So, I'm going to love to see this team's downfall keep going in the season, and this adds even more fuel to the fire of their downfall. Lovely to see you guys. Let me know how y'all feel about this Monday Night Football game. I really enjoyed it, guys. And if you're on Pandora, my Pandora people, make sure you follow. We're covering the NFL and the NBA all the way through 2025 and 2026. I'll see y'all later. You have a good one. If you're on YouTube, Spotify, wherever you get your podcast at, follow, turn on notifications. I'll see y'all later. You have a good one. Bye.